Greetings, friend. I will show you an expert Sudoku tip that will help get you payback on classic Sudokus. Not only that, stay tuned. I got an exciting special announcement later in this video. You don't want to miss it. Click below if you want to give it a go. And with that, it's solving time. So in this puzzle by DJV, you can see these nines all pointing into block 1 there. So you're going to have 4 of the same digit going into a block. You know you can solve because there'll only be 1 remaining. So you can solve the 9 right there. And then if you look at these 7s, you got 7 here in column 7 and 8 means there's only one place left for 7 in block 6. There's 2 places for 7 over here because of these 2 7s. And this is, so I'll mark that this is Snyder notation. So anytime a 3x3 block, you only have 2 places for a candidate, you want to mark that. So in case you solve one of the cells, you can solve the other one right away. It also gives you clues some advanced strategies. This puzzle requires advanced strategies. And I think the reason why it's called Classic with a Vengeance is you're going to get a lot of play. What I mean by that is you're going to be able to solve a lot of cells. We're going to get very far along, and then you will probably get stuck unless you see the neat strategy that I'm going to show you here. Okay, what else do we want to do? Well, we got these 9s coming down. This 9 coming down column 8. So the 9s are a pointing pair. I want to mark that here for the 9s. And then with the 4s, you got this 4 coming up here in column 7. So there's only 2 places for 4 in block 6, which means that is a pointing pair as well. So now the 4 can't be in column 7 or 8 up here in block 3. You got this 4 cutting across. Only one place left for 4. So we can solve that for 4. And then with this 4 and this 4, we can solve for 4 up here in block 2. And if you come on down, you can see here with these 2 4s, you can solve for 4 right there. And so you can make a lot of progress solving for all those 4s. I'll make the last little mark of 4s right there. Okay, what else do we see? You got this 5 cutting across row 4 coming down. So the 5s are a pointing pair. So I'll mark that coming into block 7. So since the 5s are a pointing pair, that means they can't be either here or here because they got to be somewhere in block 4. And the only place in block 4 they can be is in column 1. And if you tailor it with that 5 and this 5 cutting across, you can solve this cell for a 5. And then with these 2 5s and the 5 coming down column 7, you can solve for 5 right there in block 9. Like I said, you're getting a lot of play with these 2 5s and this 5. So it's 5. You can be like, Timberlake, I don't need you. This puzzle is easy. I am working right through it. Tell you, you're going to get stuck. You probably will not be able to finish it without seeing what I'm about to show you. All right. Got this 2 cutting across here. It means that these 2s are a pointing pair. And this is going to be helpful later on in the puzzle. And so the 2s are a pointing pair. It means they can't be anywhere else along column 4. With this 2 cutting across, now the 2s would be limited. These 2 spots right there. But I think we can do a little bit better with the 2s. And actually we can, because you have a 2 here in column 2, column 3, cutting across row 9. So you can actually solve this cell for a 2. Means we didn't really need that mark. We solve that for 2. If you look up here, we're going to 2B now in block 5. Well, these pointing pair means it can't be anywhere else in column 4. Comes up here, 2 cutting across row. We can actually solve that for a 2. Nice. And then where else can the 2s be? These 2 spots. So I'll make that mark right there. So we're doing well. Remember, I got a special announcement for you. And this also reminds me of another great puzzle that you'll really enjoy, but you might get a little bit stuck at the end. I'll put a link to that at the end. You want to check that out. You want to get better at solving these kinds of classic Sudokus. Okay, what else can I do? Let's check out the 7 and 1. You got 7 and 1 cutting across row 7, a 7 and 1 coming down column 3. It means the 7 and 1s are limited to the same 2 spots. So this is called a hidden pair. So it's a hidden pair. 1 7 have to be somewhere in block 7. So they got to take up these 2s up. Nothing else can be in those 2 cells, which means what we have left would be a 3 and a 6. So can we solve either the 3 or the 6? No, not right away. And you'll see that finding a place to solve for 6s in this puzzle is going to be a little bit of a challenge. All right, it's going to be a little bit of a challenge, and that is just a little hint of what strategies we're going to be looking for here as we move forward in the puzzle. So what else can we do? Let's check out, the 8. You got an 8 cutting across here. You got this 8 coming down. So 8s can be in these 2 spots, and they can be in these 2 spots. I think we can do a little better with the 8s. And then what else can I see here? How about with the 3? So you got this 3 here, you got this 3. That means the 3s are a pointing pair, so I can put those 3s right there. And with this 3 means the 3s are limited somewhere in block 1 in one of those 2 spots. Okay, and so we're being able to kind of make more progress here. But now I see here, look at these 8s. You got these 2 8s in columns 1 and 2. This 8 cutting across means only one place left for an 8 in block 1. So we can actually solve that for an 8, solve that for 3. Nice. And now this creates a 1-6 naked pair. All right, this is another critical naked pair we need to look at here. You got this 3-6 down here. This is going to be kind of what we need to pay attention to, because now you see you have a 3-6 naked pair, a lot of 6s, and we can't seem to be able to solve them just yet. All right, look across here, and you can see there's 3 cells here, 3 cells here. It means this has to be a naked triple. There's only 3 candidates remaining. They're all going to be in block 2, so it's a naked triple, and it'll lock these 3 candidates into these 3 cells. So what are those 3 candidates? It's a 1, 5, or a 6. And we can take out the 5 from right here because of that 5 in column 5. We can take out the 1 right there. But then what that does for us, it says, okay, this is going to be a 2 or 8 remaining. I got my 8s here. So this has got to be your 8. And then this is going to be your 2. Nice. And now we can solve for the 2 right there. And what it leaves for us is a 1, 3, 6 up here. 1, 3, and a 6. Can't be 3 because of this 3 right there, but now you see 1, 3, 6. I got the 6 here, so we can actually eliminate that 6. Alrighty, so you can see there's some restrictions here. We got a 1, 6 here, we got a 1, 6 here. I wonder what we can do about that. Let's kind of look down this way. Looks like we need a 1, 6, 9 to finish column 9. I got my 9 right here, right? So that means there's only one place left for a 9, so we can actually solve that 9 right away. And this is going to give us a 1, 6 right there. Man, a lot of 5 value cells, a lot of BVCs with a 6. All right, look at this 8. This 8 with the Snyder mark means we can eliminate that mark. Displace the Snyder means we can solve for an 8 right there. We can solve for an 8 right there. Love seeing that. And that's going to give us our a 3, 6 right there. And with that, we now have and can see the advanced strategy that we need to solve the rest of this puzzle. So you can actually see it's a couple different ways, but I'm going to show you the way that will lead to the quickest solving after we employ the strategy. We need to look across row 7 here, and we need to look across row 1. All right, and maybe you can see what this strategy is. Okay, I'm going to use a little purple, and I'm going to use a little bit of yellow. And this is called a skyscraper, all right? This is a skyscraper. You can use a couple other strategies. I think this is the most efficient. But if you kept on going this puzzle, you would get stuck unless you saw this advanced strategy, and you'd be a little frustrated. Okay, so for a skyscraper, in any 2 houses, in this case, these are rows, 2 rows, you have a candidate can appear exactly 2 times, and then it shares a column with the other row. So the 6s are both in column 7. And then the tips of the skyscraper are in different columns, but in the same band. A band is a 3 by 3 columns. You can also call this a tower, so it's going upward. All right, and so that's critical, because what it does then is either we know that a 6 has to be at least in one of these yellow cells, because either a 6 is here, that's not a 6, this would be a 6, this couldn't be a 6, and this would have to be a 6. All right, so either a 6 is here or here. It could actually be in both if there's more places for a 6 along this column. But what it tells us is we can eliminate a 6 from any cell that sees both of these. So we can eliminate a 6 from right here. And this is huge. This is going to help us break the gridlock and do the solve. And before I get too much further into the solve, I do want to share with you my special announcement. DJV made this puzzle. He also made another puzzle on Logic Masters Germany. Got over 90% approval. I showed it last month. Awesome puzzle. This one got a high approval rating as well. I worked with him. He's going to do the April Rewards Puzzle Pack for members only on my Buy Me a Coffee page. Click on the link below to join the Smarty Party and take advantage. It's going to be amazing. You will love it. So, if you see, now we can start solving, and this for a 1, which is going to open this puzzle up, because you can see that will solve that for a 6. And we're going to be able to really do some great solves here. All right, which will allow us to do a 6 right there. And if you're just not that familiar with skyscrapers, I'll put a link to my skyscraper tutorial. You'll check it out. It also shows you how to do X-wings. So 2 for the price of 1. Put a link to it, and you can go get better at solving Sudoku skyscrapers. And while you're at it, subscribe to Smart Hobbies. All right, let's get rid of the colors and see what can we do now with this puzzle. Because we have these 6 right there, this is going to make this a 1. This is a 7. This is a 1. Nice. And now with this 7 means we can solve that for 7, displacing the Snyder for the 5, and we can solve that for a 5 right away. Now what can we do? All right, you'll see the 1 and the 1 here, and then you got the 1 3s up there. We're going to be able to just start doing the solves that we were hoping for. So this is going to be a 3 6. You can come over here. This is a 3 6, which makes it a naked pair. And whenever you have a naked pair, and I'll highlight that, that means the 3 and 6 can't be anywhere else along column 7, which means we can now eliminate the 3 from this cell. And once you eliminate a 3 from that cell, you can solve it for a 1. All right, let's get rid of those colors. And I wanted to kind of show that to you. So now you can go and solve this for a 3. Awesome. And so with this 3 6, what do we have left here? It's got a, looks like an 8 and a 9, and then what would we have here? It looks like a 1, a 4. Well, I got my 1, so let's solve for the 1 here, solve for the 4, displacing some of that Snyder. Love it when I see that happen. And I'll see if I can get through the rest of this puzzle without making any further marking. Okay, so we got these 2 4s, nice. We got the 1s, and now these 2 1s, and this one right here means we can solve for a 1 in row 6. Alrighty, which is going to give us for an 8 and a 9. I got my 9, so here's going to be your 9, and that would be your 8. And now we can solve for the 8 in block 6. Nice. Okay, and let's keep on moving here. We got the 8, we got the 9, we got a 3 6 right there. We got rid of this 1 because of solving this one means we can actually solve this for a 1 now as well, which will give us a 6 and a 9. Can't solve the 6 and a 9 without making the marks. But let's look what is now in this column, right? We need a 3, 5, and a 6. Got the 5, so that'd be a 3 6. And what you might notice is this is a 3 6, and this is a 3 6. And I'll just kind of highlight. I said I'm trying not to do the marks anymore. Let's go for green. If that's a 3 6 and that's a 3 6, then these can't be 3 or 6, right? They have to be 7 or a 9. So we got the 7 here. We know we can actually solve that now for the 7, and this is going to be your 9. And then with this 9 and this 9, we can solve for a 9 right there. So I'm avoiding the marks, but still using what we know to make some more solves in the puzzle. All right, what do we got across here? It looks like we need a 3, again, a 5, 6. Actually, let's look on the full house first and go, this actually has to be your 6 because it's the only can remaining in column 5. And now we're going to disambiguate and gobble up all of these marks. I like gobbling up the BVCs and being able to not have to do any of those marks. 6, and remember, working memory-wise, that's going to be a 3. That's going to be a 6. 6, 6. This is going to be 6. That's going to be a 5. We've got 2 candidates remaining. 1 is going to be a 3. And then if you look right here, the last candidate is a 5. You need to check out this other video if you want to get better at solving Sudoku skyscrapers. Thank you so much, DJV, for letting me feature puzzles on this channel. I look forward to featuring your rewards puzzle pack, and thank you so much for watching.